Agent Scott Carlson to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Imagine this, a bank that is committed to you, that understands your needs, your values, and your growth. No more settling for the status quo. Pioneer Bank and Trust offers tailored solutions, innovative services, and a team of experts dedicated to your success. You deserve more attention and more support from your bank. Don't settle. Pioneer. Pioneer Bank and Trust. Local.
Pioneer Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Sometimes it's just a whoops, sometimes it's a oh no, and sometimes it's an all-out ah! Whatever it is, J&J Truck and Auto Body can take care of it with traditional methods or paintless dent repair because they are a PPG certified and iCar Gold class shop with ASE certified technicians. Plus, they work with your insurance company, saving you time. J&J Truck and Auto Body, 1513 East Philadelphia.
J&J Truck and Auto Body, 100% guaranteed.
Ever since Barron's Wilson Funeral Home first opened their doors in Rapid City 140 years ago, they have continued to make personal service their number one priority. In your time of grief, they offer a personal touch by being at your side through every step of the funeral process. They answer difficult questions and guide you toward other professional services you may need. See for yourself the wide variety of services they can provide for you by visiting their website at barronswilson.com.
KIMM Rapid City and K294BT Rapid City, the Black Hills Sports Station, 106.7 FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.
Lamar Jackson returns for the Ravens tonight as Week 9 begins in the NFL. Baltimore's in South Florida to face the Dolphins, 8:15 Eastern Time. Kyler Murray's going to return from his foot injury and start Monday night against the Cowboys. That was the message from head coach Jonathan Gannon today. Murray was limited in practice today with the foot injury. He's missed 2 games because of the issue so far. Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco limited in practice today because of his shoulder injury. Michael Penix Jr. limited in practice for the Falcons. He's dealing with that bone bruise in his knee. Also limited in Atlanta was wide receiver Drake London. Texans wide receiver Nico Collins cleared concussion protocol. He's set to face the Broncos. While Bears running back DeAndre Swift didn't practice today, they've got the Bengals coming up with Joe Flacco limited in practice for Cincinnati. Texas quarterback Arch Manning practiced today but remains in concussion protocol. Nebraska's given head football coach Matt Rule a 2-year extension. His deal now runs through the 2032 season. I'm Dan Byer.
It's time for South Dakota's Sports Talk Show. This is the Nate Brown Show, featuring live callers, great interviews, and thought-provoking sports talk. From the biggest national names to the hottest stories across South Dakota. Welcome to the Nate Brown Show. Here's your host, Nate Brown.
All right, welcome in. Glad you're here. It's always a great day in South Dakota. South Dakota Sports Talk Show back and ready. We are live on Fox Sports Radio, the Nate Brown Show. Glad to have you on board. Let's get ready to roll. We got not a lot of time tonight, so we better get to work tonight. We got high school football playoff action live coming up. St. Thomas More taking on Mount Vernon Plankinton, and our broadcast crew getting ready. So I thought, let's put some work into the Nate Brown Show today. Let's get after with some great guests, and we are ready to go on a Thursday. Thanks for being here. We're live on Fox Sports Radio. Remember, you can stream us on X at Nate Brown Show, also YouTube channel, The Nate Brown Show. We are live right there, and on Midwest Sports Plus, streaming live right now on the new high school sports app. Speaking of high school sports, playoff football's underway. Brown's best, Kearney's picks. We've got them tonight as the playoff games get going. But heads up right now. Rapid City Central's on the road. They already started out East River early, and the Cobblers are up in the late second quarter, 21-20 over Sioux Falls Lincoln. So you're in Rapid City just tuning in. Wait, what's going on? Yeah, Rapid City Central, try to hang in there. This looks like a track meet. We've been watching this thing before the show. Cobblers coming to play, took the early lead. They've led the whole way, but it's tight now. 21-20, Rapid City Central on top of the 2 seed, Sioux Falls Lincoln, late second quarter. We'll keep an eye on that. And we'll make our picks for high school football playoff action with Browns Best coming up. Guest lineup looks like this before we go to football tonight. Eric Henderson's going to drop by. You know, Coach Hendo, he was at South Dakota State. What a run he had for the Jacks. Kept them successful. Got them into the tournament a couple of times. Couple of conference championships. Eric Henderson's now at Drake. This is a program that's been really good at Drake. He takes over in the Missouri Valley. Hendo's going to be playing Monday night at the Pentagon in Sioux Falls. He'll join us live tonight. Eric Henderson now at Drake, the head men's coach for the Bulldogs, coming up on the Nate Brown Show live. Lee Sterling's on every Thursday. We've got him tonight. His picks for the college football and NFL weekend. Lee Sterling on from Paramount Sports. Hang tight. You want to be on the show? We'll try and do that. We got about 45 minutes, don't we? I mean, we got some time. 605-720-1067. 605-720-1067. That is the Pizza Ranch studio hotline for you. Barron's Wilson text line also open. You're listening and you want to text the show, we got it there. 605-720-1067. That's the Barron's Wilson listener text line. All right, biggest story of the day before we get to Brown's Best, Kearney's picks, our playoff high school picks. Biggest story of the day around here, no doubt, is that Nebraska has announced this contract extension for head coach Matt Rule. So if you've been listening, you've been hearing some of the updates, people are like, wait, what's a 2-year extension? So what's the real story? Well, you look into some of this stuff. Nebraska was trying to take Matt Rule out of this coaching cycle so his name wasn't thrown out all season long. Okay? They were trying to take the speculation away. Is Matt Rule going to go to Penn State? Was Penn State interested? Are they talking to him? They're trying to get him. We got to do something. So that's what the Huskers decided to do today was it's a 2-year extension, but it tacks onto his deal. It's out to 2032. So Matt Rule, Husker head coach, gets a contract extension, and the base salary doesn't change. Base salary, he's at $12.5 million. Not too bad, right? $12.5 million a year. But the incentives is this. If the Huskers make the college football playoff, every time they do, he gets $1 million tacked on. So people are saying, hey, that's the goal of this Husker program is to be one of the teams in the Big Ten that can make the college football playoff. And if we do, we're in the conversation. Matt Rule gets $1 million every year. Now, does this solidify him? End of story. Through 2032, he's not going to leave Nebraska. I don't think so, but it does solidify today because the deal is this. There's a huge buyout that was tacked on, $15 million to make sure he doesn't leave in this offseason. So those are some of the details as you dig into it today. I said, hey, Huskers, can you feel good about this, that you're going to hang on to Matt Rule? He's not going to leave this offseason, or I guess if he did, it'd have to be a huge buyout. That's why they put that in there, $15 million. So I don't think too many people would try and do it unless they were really desperate. So it's essentially saying, Penn State, maybe you wanted Matt Rule. Some people thought they did. Some people thought he was leveraging that. And others thought, well, let's just get this out of the way so we can make sure to focus on the here and now. I'm going to ask you my question of the day before we get to Brown's Best, Kearney's picks tonight. As a Husker fan, I'm talking to you Husker fans on Fox Sports Radio. Do you feel very happy that Matt Rule signed a deal, 2-year extension? It takes him actually all the way out to 2032 if he stays the course. $1 million bonus every year as long as he makes the college football playoff. So essentially the Huskers are sitting 6-2. They got USC coming into Lincoln, and it takes Matt Rule out of this speculation conversation. Where's he going to go? What the Huskers going to lose a new coach? I have my own thoughts on this. I'll ask you, Husker fans, are you very happy with Matt Rule? He's going to be staying for now. The program continues as is. They didn't have to give him a boatload of money, but they're going to pop in $1 million if he makes the college football playoff every year. Are you happy with Matt Rule as your head man, or Are you still not sold on Matt Rule? That's my question of the day. 605-720-1067. Looking for your take. College football Husker fans. 605-720-1067. That's our number. On the Barons-Wilson text line. What's your reaction to Matt Rule's contract extension? Huskers make the play. I've got my take on this as I look at the poll coming in. Let's see. Want to make sure we have this right. What's the percentage here? 56% voting so far tonight. 56% very happy with Matt Rule. What's your reaction to Matt Rule's contract extension for the Huskers? 56% very happy. 44% not sold on Rule yet. 44%. There's more people that are very happy with Matt Rule. I'm a little surprised by that. Here's my read on it. Here's the deal. The Huskers could not start over. So I believe this. Has Matt Rule won some huge games? Not really. I mean, I'm admitting it. They shouldn't have lost to Minnesota. They shouldn't have lost to Michigan this year. So if you look at it, you say, he hasn't won that big of games, right? And so people are saying, why would we do we have to give an extension and get this thing, going here all the way out to 2032? The deal is this. You just didn't want to go to another new coach. And if Penn State was feeling around, they were looking at possibly bringing him in, his old school. The Huskers just had to stay the course. And I think this was a win overall, meaning no new coach, no new program, starting over again. Are they 6-2? Have they had an easy schedule? You bet. But they're bowl eligible. This is a team that's 6-2. That's 6 wins out of their first 8 games for the first time in 9 years. 6 wins out of their first 8 games for the first time in 9 years. So you just couldn't go backwards. You could not go backwards. So even if you're not sold on him, my point is, I don't think the deal sends it through the roof like, we had to give him a bunch more money. No, it's all incentive-based. He makes the playoff, you're going to be happy, and then he gets $1 million. I'll take that. And it takes the conversation out of, is Matt Rule going to go to Penn State? What are we going to do? And then where does that leave Nebraska? Well, we could get somebody. That's what you always say, and then you start over. So Matt Rule's done a good enough job to build the program, to build it. It's better than it has been in a long time. Would you agree? I don't think it's top tier. They're not going to be a playoff team this year. They're going to have a tough time against USC Saturday night. But you couldn't start over. That's where I'm at. Even if you're not sold. And I've got to tell you, I'm not totally sold on Matt Rule's going to be the guy, 2032, contract extension. We're going to get to the playoff a couple of times. I'm not saying that today, but I am not going to go backwards, start over, start new, and then you start from the ground up. You don't need to break it down again. Let's see. Listener text coming in from Brandon. Even if you aren't sold on Rule, it's not like his salary got excessively higher. Nobody's going to be mad if he gets $1 million bonus because they make the playoff. Nobody. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Brandon. Listener text coming in. I'm not sold on Rule. I would have let him go. No, and I would not do that. Now, if I had to bring a bunch more money, I had to pay a bunch more money to start, then you have the conversation. They didn't have to pay a bunch more money right now. You hang on to Rule. He's done a good enough job. The program's in a pretty good spot. Can they advance from here? Yet to be seen. Listener text, I'm 60-40 not sold. That's tough. That's a tough spot. 60-40. So you're almost sold. You're almost 50-50. Matt Rule, contract extension, 2032 if he hangs through the deal. The biggest part of it, $1 million bonus every time he makes the college football playoff. Before we get to Eric Henderson, Drake, head men's basketball coach, let's get going. Brown's Best, Kearney's Picks, I'm ready, playoff edition. We didn't put Rapid City Central in here. The game's already started. Are we at halftime, Matt Kearney? Are the Cobblers hanging on 21-20?
We are at halftime at Howardwood Field, but Sioux Falls Lincoln was able to score and take the lead due to Brady Schaefer making some big run plays, and then Michael Roach able to get into the end zone. So right now at halftime, it's Sioux Falls Lincoln leading Rapid City Central 26-21.
How about that? Rapid City Central coming to play. It'll be tough to keep up that track meet, but the Cobblers only down 5 at half on the road at Lincoln. Let's go. Brown's best, Kearney's picks. Let's start AAA. 4-5 matchup. O'Gorman-Harrisburg. O'Gorman beat Harrisburg by 1 first game of the year. Harrisburg's better now. OG's fine. Harrisburg's better. I'm going to go with the Tigers getting revenge, 27-21.
I'm with you on this one. It's going to be Harrisburg over O'Gorman tonight. Harrisburg 28, O'Gorman 20.
Okay, we go Harrisburg. Let's go 11 AA. Spearfish goes all the way to Yankton tonight. Spartans are the 8 seed. One of the better 8 seeds you're going to have, I would say. Yankton's number 1, but 11 AA has been really wishy-washy. Really up and down. Not enough from the Spartans. They'll compete. Yankton's too good. They're in Yankton. No upset. The Bucks, 35-21.
You know, this season, 11 AA.
You're ready, aren't you? You're ready.
It's been a coin flip. Yeah, upsets all the time. Every single week. Last week it was Huron Brookings, and they have that rematch happening tonight, this time in Huron. Now we have Spearfish and Yankton. They haven't played each other all season long. Spearfish still trying to edge their way. They travel to Yankton, taking on the number 1 seed again. This is the upset this week. Give me Spearfish over Yankton. Spearfish 27, Yankton 26.
And programming note, Matt Kearney is a Spearfish alum. Anyway, just had to make sure. I mean, you got to stick with your Spartans.
I have nothing to lose here.
All right, I'll take Yankton. You take the Spartans. How about the one in Sturgis tonight? Are you guys going to this game? You should be. Sturgis has a home game. They got Watertown. Sturgis just lost to Watertown by a couple of touchdowns. Now it's in Sturgis. Watertown's just a little bit better. I think Sturgis is going to give them a tight one tonight. It's really tight. Maybe one of the better games. Watertown beats the Scoopers 21-16.
So both the teams, they are pretty much even when I look at, break it down here. Sturgis is scoring 21 points per game. Watertown 26. Sturgis is allowing 21. Watertown allowing 26. Since 2021, Watertown is 3-0 against Sturgis. Sturgis has a home game, first time in a very long time for playoffs. Of course, if you're a student, it's free entry for the first 200 students. Just be aware of that.
Let's go.
I'm taking Sturgis, though. I'm taking Sturgis.
All right.
So give me Sturgis 21, Watertown 14. And you know what? If that happens next week, it's a semifinal matchup with who? Spearfish and Sturgis.
If Matt Kearney's dreams come true, and I would take it too. I want West River. He went both West River.
Yes.
I did not.
Yes.
So I'm going to go Watertown. You're going to go Sturgis.
Believe.
How about a team West River I am going to go with? I've got it. Tonight, it's our game of the week. Coming up in about 40 minutes, STM's going to beat Mount Vernon Plankinton. They already beat them at the beginning of the year. They'll beat them again. STM's going to go to the semifinals, 28-13 over MVP.
So since 2024, St. Thomas More is 2-1 against Mount Vernon Plankinton. However, though, St. Thomas More has outscored the Titans 97-78. Tight games, tight battles just within the last year. St. Thomas More, they have the home field advantage. I'm taking the Cavaliers. They're going to go to the semifinal round. St. Thomas More over Mount Vernon Plankinton tonight, 28-22.
Last one. Let's go a 9-man game. Hill City's getting ready for Hamlin. Hill City, I love the way this program has grown. Last year, they surprised everybody. They've been good again this year. They got a tough draw. Hill City's got a tough draw tonight. Hamlin maybe could win it all. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm going to go Hamlin against the Rangers, 36-22.
when we look at Hill City, I mean, look at the success that they've had in the last couple seasons in football and basketball.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, the Rangers, they have a great team. And, of course, this time they have home field advantage with that reseed point little fiasco that they had with calculations and whatnot. They do have a tough draw against the Chargers, though. I want to pick Hill City, but I can't. So give me Hamlin over the Rangers tonight, 32-16.
Browns Best Kearney's Picks playoff edition. It will continue next Thursday. Some great games tonight. Our game on Fox Sports Radio coming up. St. Thomas More, Mount Vernon, Plankinton, a 5 o'clock kickoff. Until then, got to do some work. Let's talk college basketball. One of the best, Eric Henderson, left South Dakota State to go to Drake. The new head coach at Drake, Coach Hendo, live next.
This is the Nate Brown Show.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, we are committed to improving the lives of our members and bettering our communities. As your community credit union, we're here to get to know you and your unique needs. From extended service hours to the newest technology, we have you covered. Stop by any location to get started or text or call 605-718-1818. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by the NCUA.
Mom, can we please go to Watiki Indoor Water Park Resort?
Watiki? What's so special about it?
Are you kidding? It's got slides, fountains, a lazy river, everything. And it's just a short drive to Rapid City. If we stay at one of the hotels, we get water park passes for free.
Wow, you really did your homework. Okay, what do you say we pack our swimsuits and hit Watiki this weekend?
Yes, best mom ever.
Unlock your adventure at WatikiWaterPark.com.
It's football season, and the best place to watch all your favorite games is the BetMGM Sportsbook at Tin Lizzy Gaming Resort. Wall-to-wall television arrays give you the best seats in the house and let you watch multiple games at once. Relax in comfortable seating while you grab a delicious bite or brew with a game day menu full of fan favorites. Take advantage of some of the best promotions in Deadwood when you make your wagers with your Clubhouse card. You won't miss a second of the action when you make the BetMGM Sportsbook at Tin Lizzy your headquarters this football season.
Life changes fast. Starting a business, getting married, buying a house, growing your family. Have you taken steps to protect your family's financial future? Don't let life insurance be the thing that slides. It can help your family during difficult times. Lee Cruz with New York Life Insurance Company can help you get started. He's local and will help you find the right policy to fit your needs and budget. You can Google Lee Cruz New York Life or call 605-360-8804. That's Lee Cruz New York Life. Protect your family.
Here's your Fox Sports Rapid City forecast. Sunny skies this afternoon with daytime highs approaching 55. Winds out of the northwest 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, lows around 32. 45 tomorrow. A mix of clouds and sun Saturday with daytime highs approaching 56. 72 Sunday. That's your forecast on the Black Hills Sports Station, Fox Sports Rapid City. Right now, 51.
City driving might feel routine, but it's tough on your car. All those quick starts, hard stops, endless red lights, and long idle times. They wear things down fast. Brakes, fluids, engine components, they all take a beating. That's where Al's D&I Repair in Rapid City comes in. We handle the maintenance that keeps your vehicle ready for whatever the city throws at it. Al's D&I, fixing it right since 77. Check in at Al's D&I on Sturgis Road and online at alsdniautorepair.com.
This isn't just the sound of a legendary Brunswick pool table. It's the sound of families about to make memories together. And while this may sound like the hum of a spa, listen closely, and you'll hear backyard fun for years to come. So while Splash City's guarantee of quality sure sounds good, we know quality time sounds even better.
Who wants another burger? Splash City, 1024 West Omaha, across from Connects in Rapid City.
October is Renewal by Anderson's United Against Cancer campaign, and all of us at Renewal urge you to get your home tested for radon now. When Renewal's owner offered to pay for radon testing and mitigation if radon was found in our homes, several Renewal by Anderson team members found dangerously high levels of radon in their homes. This colorless, odorless gas is a killer. After smoking, radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer. The EPA estimates that radon causes 21,000 lung cancer deaths each year. Radon may also be linked to breast and other cancers, Parkinson's, dementia. Testing for radon is simple. Home tests cost under $20. Professional testing may be a couple of $100, and if you have radon, it's easy to get rid of with a relatively inexpensive system that blows that radon out of a vent. From all of us at your local Renewal by Henderson, please invest in your family's safety today. Get a radon test today. There could be an invisible killer in your home right now.
From high school to college to the pros, from Rapid City to Sioux Falls, the Nate Brown Show is South Dakota's sports talk.
Welcome back in. The Nate Brown Show is on Fox Sports Radio. Glad you're here. Abbreviated show this Thursday. A lot to cover tonight still. Lee Sterling's coming up. We'll break down some picks from Lee. Every Thursday he's in with Paramount Sports live from Miami. One of the top handicappers. He'll give us some picks for college football and NFL this weekend. The Texans are favored against my Broncos. Texans favored by 1 against my Broncos. Wrong team favored. Are we going to hear that one? Lee Sterling's coming up. ParamountSports.com. Hey, we got to track down Eric Henderson, Drake head men's basketball coach. We'll see if we can get him here. We want to get him tonight because Eric Henderson now at Drake, they're featured in the Field of 68 opening day marathon. It's at the Sanford Pentagon Sioux Falls Monday. It's going to be Monday afternoon, this kickoff for college basketball at the Pentagon, and Drake's taking on Northern Arizona. See if we can track Coach Hendo down. Probably got more important things to do than the Nate Brown Show, right? We'll see if we can get him. Hang tight. I had a question of the day, and you've been chiming in, so let's revisit that as we get going tonight on South Dakota Sports Talk Show. If you're just tuning in, what is your reaction to Matt Rule's contract extension out to 2032? Head coach for the Huskers. He was there for till 2030. They gave him a 2-year extension to 2032. And the kicker is, really the extension is, no base salary increase, but a $1 million bonus every time he makes the playoff. So he can make the playoff, make it again, get $1 million every time. So I don't see a problem with the deal. People have been kind of voting every which way, not sold on him. I don't know if we needed to do this. And then other people saying, no, I mean, this is the real deal. This is the great thing going on in Nebraska. I got a listener text here. I wanted to see this one. Heck yeah, different environment, great vibe in Lincoln right now. Watch out, USC. Black and white uniforms for the night game Saturday. So Husker, there are some Husker faithful that say this Matt Rule thing is going really, really well. And that's my question of the day. Are you very happy with Matt Rule at Nebraska, or you're still not sold on Rule? I'm still not sold totally from the aspect of he hasn't won huge games yet. But I also am a realistic that nobody has won huge games for like 10 years, if that, and they actually lost bad games. That's the difference. So Nebraska's got 6 wins out of their first 8 games for the first time in 9 years. So there is, you got to be real here on it. Maybe he hasn't won huge games. Maybe it's not Nebraska to the college football playoff now, and I don't think they will. But if they win Saturday night, by the way, that USC win, that was a game that I did not give them in the W column at the start of the year. Then you start talking, can they pick off Penn State, who's not the same, UCLA, Iowa at the end of the year? Can you start talking about that? That would be absolutely huge. I don't think they're a playoff team, just the roster where they're at. But have they improved? They have. Do you want to start over? You don't. So I'm threading the needle here. I don't think I'm still not totally sold on him that he's going to take Nebraska to the heights that you want to go, the college football playoff, maybe. But I'm also saying you don't want to start from scratch. And so the fans are split, literally, on the Nate Brown Show tonight. What's your reaction to Matt Rule's contract extension out to 2032? 50% of you voting very happy with Matt Rule. 50% of you voting still not sold on Rule. You can hit us on the text line. So we're 50-50. How about that? 50-50. Hit us on the text line, 605-720-1067. Okay, speaking of college football, I got to touch on this because I've hit it a lot on the program, and I want to say what can be possible. And sometimes here in South Dakota we think, we're doing great. The Jacks are doing great. USD has had a couple of good years. Maybe they're down a little bit now, but we're doing great in the FCS. We don't need to think bigger. And I've always thought, be ready to think bigger, be ready for the FBS, and be ready for something that's going to change in college football, I think, over the next few years. There's going to be another level that I think the Jacks and the Yotes, by the way, are going to have to be ready for. It's not just going to be the Jacks being able to leave and go to this next level in the FBS and the Group of Five. The Yotes are going to have to be ready too. And I bring this up again because look at who is now. Look at who is now in this thing for the tournament. Or I should say for the college football playoff. Look at who is ready for the college football playoff if they can win out. James Madison. Can you believe that? James Madison, who was what? You guys remember this. They were FCS not that long ago. This was the team that South Dakota State, NDSU, these teams had to play, right? That's the real story. So just keep that in mind. James Madison used to be FCS. Now they're situated for the college football playoff if they can win out. If they can win out. Okay? It's an interesting story. They got to win out. Sun Belt Championship. There's still a lot of season left, but I thought I got that note. I'm looking at it going, James Madison went from FCS, and they might be a Group of Five college football playoff team. Something to keep an eye on and think about for our FCS programs around here. Hey, let's see if we've got them. I think we do. Getting set for the Field of 68 opening day marathon, Sanford Pentagon, Monday afternoon. Eric Henderson's the new head men's basketball coach at Drake, and I think we've got him on the Nate Brown Show. Coach, are you there?
Nate, I finally made it, my man. I'm so sorry. How you been?
I'm good. I appreciate you. I know you're busy. Thanks for checking in. Let me get into this. College basketball season's here. Your new program, you're close. Monday afternoon, you're getting set for Northern Arizona. How do you feel a few days out?
Oh, isn't it wild how fast it comes, my friend? But I am super excited about our team and to be able to come back to South Dakota where we have so many friends and people that we, really spent a lot of our life with, to do it back there. We are so excited and to be able to showcase what we've been working on the last 6 months is the time is here. It doesn't seem right, but the time is here.
Drake taking on Northern Arizona, Sanford, Pentagon, Sioux Falls. Monday afternoon, they're playing at 3 Central, 2 Mountain. Field of 68 opening day marathon. Head coach of the Bulldogs, Eric Henderson. We all know about your time at SDSU and your great record. Couple of NCAA tournament appearances. And now you go to Drake, and the expectations are super high. I want to ask you something, though. You're a big, I've followed you, culture builder, program builder, communication guy. When you have to bring in a bunch of new players and put them all together, how tough has that been so far?
Well, it's certainly probably the toughest part of my gig right now. But I'll be honest with you too, Nate. It's the most exciting and the thing that I enjoy the most. It's bringing people together for a common goal, for the common good, where it's really just you can take that selfishness out of young people and just think about the team, right? And we're certainly a work in progress. We have a bunch of great kids. But to be able to have everyone understand the importance of, what's on the front of your jersey instead of on the back is a challenge right now in college athletics. But But at the end of the day, it's a joy. Our guys are buying into it, and we certainly have ups and downs, but the amount of growth that we've made with this group has been fun to watch.
Do you know how good you're going to be with on-court communication, on-court flow and gel, or is this going to take a while?
Well, we certainly liked what we've seen. I think the togetherness, the love, and the trust that we've been able to build in our short amount of time together has been unique, and our selfless attitude has been something that has really stood out. Now, continuing to be vocal and encouraging and communicative on a consistent basis is something that we continue to work on. So it's certainly a work in progress, and we brought Owen Larson with us from South Dakota State, and he's not ready to play quite yet from his ACL injury, and so when you don't have a point guard like that, with you from the start, it takes a little bit of time too, and Owen's done great, and he's been great. But we'll be different when he joins us on the floor in early December, too.
Yeah, that's a big-time player. Owen Larson, former Jacks player, still a little banged up as he went to Drake with Coach Hendo. Eric Henderson's on tonight on the Nate Brown Show, South Dakota Sports Talk Show with the Drake head men's basketball coach ahead of the Field of 68 opening day marathon Monday against Northern Arizona, Sanford Pentagon. So what did you bring from South Dakota State your time there? 129-60. The record's great. What do you want to bring to Drake? Because everybody says, well, this is a new league now. This is Drake's 31-4 last year. What do you want to bring to this program?
Well, I just think just continuing to bring that consistency. I mean, how soon do you forget? You remember, the two coaches before me at South Dakota State were unbelievable, right? What Coach Nagy did and then what TJ, Otzelberger did was incredible. So the expectations when I took over at South Dakota State were honestly very similar to what we're doing here at Drake. Obviously Darren DeVries, kind of got this thing rolling and is at Indiana now. And then Ben McCollum, who was there 1 year and took off for Iowa, which is an incredible gig. The expectations are high, but you know what? I wouldn't have left a place like South Dakota State for a place that didn't have those expectations. We want to be around a place that, believes that they can have a great amount of success every single year.
I want to ask you about what impresses you about Drake. You get there, you look at the facilities, you look at the university, you look at the program, the buy-in. What's impressed you about Drake?
Well, I think, when I look at Drake and, we were in such a great situation at South Dakota State and there's a lot of similarities. The people at Drake are extremely kind, just like they were at South Dakota State, and very welcoming. And so that's where we always, we look at first, what are the people like and what's the culture, what's the climate, and there's a lot of similarities. We're excited to play in the, Missouri Valley Conference. That we feel like it's an incredible league. It's extremely well coached, and it's going to be extremely competitive. So, that's one of the major differences. Just the new opponents, and that's what we're looking forward to. Just a freshness.
What are we going to see, Coach? We're used to seeing it at SDSU. What style are you going to have here at Drake with the roster? You brought in transfers here from some big programs, South Carolina, New Mexico, Loyola Chicago. What are we going to see from this team?
Well, I hope there's a lot of similarities, we're a team that plays well together, extremely fast-paced, and then just a lot of character on the defensive end, some toughness, ability to get stops when they need, and then go out on the offensive end and play fast and very, very unselfish. And we want to play with a bunch of freedom and confidence, but there needs to be a ton of discipline as well. So hopefully the style will look very similar to what we had when we were Jackrabbits.
When you walk around campus, that Drake basketball, that's the show now. You're the big man on campus. I mean, Drake basketball is the thing. From elementary teacher to head coach at Drake, what goes through your mind?
Well, I'm just very, humbled and thankful, to be honest with you, for all the stops that, Alicia and I have been able to make, and just grateful for the time and the people that we've met along the way. That's the beautiful thing about life, right? Every journey's a little bit different, and there's not many times a second-grade teacher becomes a Division I head basketball coach, but that's my story, my friends.
That's a good story. My wife is still an elementary teacher, so I'm going to ask you this for her: what's tougher, elementary class every day or coaching at Drake? Are we going to find out?
Well, there's probably challenges in both. I can guarantee you that. There weren't many bad days in second grade. There was a lot of laughs but there's still challenges everywhere you go. But both of them are pretty darn enjoyable.
We're rooting for you still. He's coming back to Sioux Falls, Sanford, Pentagon Monday. It's the Field of 68 opening day marathon. Big college basketball day and 3 great games at the Pentagon. Afternoon hitter, 3 o'clock Central. Drake, Northern Arizona. The debut for Eric Henderson. He's here on the Nate Brown Show tonight. Coach, thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. We'll talk again.
Nate, you're the best. I appreciate you, pal.
Thanks a lot. Eric Henderson on tonight. Drake head men's basketball coach. His record really good for the Jacks, 129-60. 2 NCAA tournament appearances past 4 years from Coach Hendo. But look at Drake. They lost 99% of their minutes from last year's team. 99% of their minutes. So he's got a bunch of new guys. They'll debut at the Sanford Pentagon Monday. Opening day marathon sponsored by the Field of 68, Drake against Northern Arizona. Lee Sterling's in next with his college football and NFL picks. Lee on the way.
This is South Dakota's Sports Talk.
There's nothing like it. Not for hundreds of miles in any direction. A gathering space for all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds. To share, to revel, to stand together and celebrate life's greatest moments.
We are number one. So you can always be their number one. Black Hills Surgical Hospital and Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center. The number one hospital in the nation for major orthopedic surgery.
October is Renewal by Anderson's United Against Cancer campaign, and when Renewal offered to pay for employees' radon testing and mitigation, several Renewal team members found radon in their homes. Deb was one of them, and she always wondered how she got breast cancer. Radon causes cancer. It's linked to Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. Radon is a killer.
People don't know about radon. They don't know what a killer it is, and they don't know how cheap it is to have it tested.
From all of us at Renewal by Anderson, please get a radon test now. It could save your life.
What do you call a place? It's one of Deadwood's largest casinos, but is it really a casino? Because you can't decide, should I play or eat or wait? There's a liquor-infused ice cream bar? I mean, you're playing craps one minute and the next you're looking at a charcuterie board? What even is that? Never mind the gunfight outside, you don't have time for that. You've got espressos to down and games to bet on and a pub with 48 whiskeys? What do you even call a place like that?
At Danny Mano Rushmore Honda, our buyback event was a huge success, and now we've got a lot full of fresh trades. Over 175 used SUVs available from Jeep, Honda, Ford, Nissan, Subaru, GMC, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Hondas and Honda-certified pre-owned sport utilities. Get 0.99% APR on select certified pre-owned. Buy before the snow flies. See us at Danny Mano Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com. Like the finance contract is limited with qualified credit. Expires 11/3/25.
Live callers, big-time interviews, and breaking sports news. This is South Dakota's Sports Talk Show, The Nate Brown Show.
It is South Dakota Sports Talk Show. It's always a great day in South Dakota. Glad you're here. The Nate Brown Show is on. And every Thursday, Lee Sterling is on. ParamountSports.com. He's been rolling through the NFL. If you hopped on, great. If not, get ready. ParamountSports.com, where you find him. And he's here on Fox Sports Radio every Thursday. Lee, welcome in. How are you?
I'm good. Getting ready. Trying on outfits for the dog for Halloween tomorrow. Just helped the wife during my 30-minute break today get the yard set up. So we are ready to go.
30-minute break is all you get, Lee. I mean, you're working, man. You're working.
Oh yeah. Starts early. Starts at a little after 7 Eastern and goes to about 7:30. Tomorrow I start at 6:25 and go all the way till 10 o'clock at night. So. Hardest working handicapper in the country.
I love that. You know that. Let's go Big Ten. That's where we stay up here. Indiana's one of the top teams in the country. We're going to start with them. Favored by 22 against Maryland.
Yeah, and Maryland, people think, all of a sudden this Indiana coach is just going to lay the smackdown on everyone and cover. But Maryland can play some defense. And how good are they at takeaways? Well, they lead the country, 14 interceptions. So you can be sure that they've done some game planning here with the extra week to prepare. I know Mendoza's going to play probably until the bitter end here. He wants to help out his constituents and the supporters here. So I think it's going to be close pretty much the whole way here. Indiana might win this game 38-23, but I am going to take all 22 points, and I think Maryland's going to get the cover here.
Okay, can Maryland hang around just a little bit? It's a big number. You're going to go with the points with Maryland. Indiana favored by 22. Hey, here's a big one in Nebraska. Everybody's talking about it up here, Lee. Huskers are at home, but they're underdogs to USC. This is the time for Nebraska, but can they win or cover? USC by 6.5.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that there's a premium on good coaches now, but really you have to extend your coach to 2032 or 2033. That could end up being costly. Biggest problem for USC, and they do have a really good offense, is they just don't travel well. 1-8, that's right, let me repeat that, 1-8 straight up and against the spread when they travel to a Central and Eastern time zone. So I don't think Nebraska's great. They don't have many two guys that are next-level guys, but they play within themselves. I don't think they're going to give up many big plays here. They're going to make USC travel, go some 5, 6, 7 minute drives. And I just don't know if USC is going to be patient enough here. I think they might win the game, something like 34-30, but I'm taking the points here. The 6.5 in Nebraska. I think this game goes right down to the wire.
All right, black uniforms. It's going to be popping. NBC Saturday night. You're going to points with the Huskers. One more Big Ten hitter. Lee Sterling's on tonight. Find him at ParamountSports.com. Ohio State, Penn State. A way different game than we expected. Ohio State favored by 20.5.
Yeah. And Ohio State's probably the best team in the country. I mean, if this game, though, was played first couple weeks of the season and they had Drew Lart, this line might be 5.5, 6, 6.5 points. So it is elevated. They are undergoing a lot of changes, obviously, with a backup quarterback, new coach, interim coach here. But there are some things favoring Penn State. Ethan Grunkenmeyer, the quarterback, grew up close to Ohio State. He was passed over twice by the Buckeyes. They have 2 weeks to prepare for this game. That certainly helps out. And how about Jim Knowles? He was their defensive coordinator last week. National championship winning defensive coordinator. So I think he knows both sides of this Ohio State lineup inside and out, and that has to be a major advantage for Penn State here. I still think they can run the football with Katron Allen, not missing any running backs or any offensive linemen, so they can get a little bit of balance. I think they hang here. Ohio State 30-20 over Penn State. I'm taking the points.
Okay.
3 straight games.
Okay. College football lineup of the Big Ten. Lee Sterling taking the points with the underdogs. Okay, NFL, the game of the week is Chiefs-Bills. Bills at home, but the Chiefs are favored by 2?
Yep. And what's happened in the regular season, Buffalo has dominated. They have been really good and shown their wares against Kansas City. But I have some concerns about this team. I've been saying to people all season, their cornerbacks can't cover a cold. Their linebackers, a couple weeks ago, they were down 4 of the top 5 guys. Now, I know Matt Milano might be back for this game from a pec injury, but they're not making plays in space. And the wide receivers getting no separation. Kansas City's healthy. They got their best top 2 receivers back in the last couple weeks, and Patrick Mahomes looks better than ever here. I'm taking Kansas City. They actually even have a running game going right now. In a shootout, Kansas City finally wins the game here in the regular season against Buffalo, 37-30.
Okay, I'm kind of with you on that. Bills defense has struggled, there's no doubt. So you'll take the Chiefs with -2. My Broncos are 6-2. They go on the road. Texans by 1. I don't know about this line. Texans defense is good. So what are you going to do with the Broncos?
Yeah, I was wrong last week. Thought the Broncos have trouble with Dallas, but this Dallas defense was terrible. Injury-riddled and just not good enough, giving up too many big plays here. And Denver is trying to push the ball down the field more now. I think that's a shrewd move on them, but going to leave themselves open for more sacks, and that could be a problem here also. This Houston defense has a pack of nasty, wild dogs here. We know that they play much better at home. They'll have Nico Collins back. They're getting some receivers, young receivers, both from Iowa State starting to develop. Even Braxton Berrios from Miami chipped in with 5 catches here. I think home field is too much here in this defense. Houston, 23-17 over Denver.
All right, you're going against the Broncos. You haven't done that a lot. Texans over the Broncos. Lee Sterling, your game of the week. Packers-Panthers is a big number, Lee. Packers 13.
Yep. Anyone wants to get this game, I think there's a right side to this game. Find out if the Packers, can they roll, or is this a trap game? First 5 callers, we're going to give it to them for free. Just call 800-400-9741. First 5 callers get this game for free. 800-400-9741. How about this, Nate? 17 years ago, we switched to a 10 to 50 unit rating system on our games. And our biggest plays are 40 to 50 unit plays. Over the 17 years, we have a documented record of 73-29 on the 40 to 50 unit releases. They come about once a month. Couple times over the 17 years, we've had 2 in one weekend. First time ever. We don't have 1. We don't have 2. We've got 3 40 to 50 unit max wagers. Anyone wants to hop on board? This is the weekend. What are you waiting for? No one has a documented record on their top plays like we do. 73-29 lifetime. All 3, 2 in college, 1 in the NFL this weekend. How do you get it? You go to ParamountSports.com. When you click Purchase Picks, first option, not November, it's called Dovember. Every game from tonight all the way through Sunday, November 30th. That is 5 weeks of action. Just $397 if you use coupon code SAVE100 at the checkout box. SAVE100, just one place. ParamountSports.com.
It is ParamountSports.com. Hit it. Lee Sterling, always hitting it, man. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thanks, Nate.
See ya. Lee Sterling, tonight, ParamountSports.com. You want his game of the week, he's going to give you Packers-Panthers for free. 800-400-9741. First 5 callers from the Nate Brown Show only. 5 callers now. 800-400-9741. Good luck. He'll give you the Packers-Panthers Game of the Week pick for free. ParamountSports.com's Lee Sterling every week. That's how we wrap up tonight. Shortened version of the Nate Brown Show because we've got high school football playoffs. St. Thomas More, Mount Vernon, Plankinton, our broadcast crew takes over next, and we're back next week. Thanks for listening to the South Dakota Sports Talk Show.
Hey, Black Hills, this is Scott Hanna.
And this is Adam